Yonela Makoba, also known as Tangerine Water, is a well-known and celebrated sculptor, artistic photographer who even uses the abstract of live body movements to create emotion. She joins us now to discuss her latest work, a collection of sculpture that celebrates the feminist utopia. Yonela, welcome to The Loft.
Hello, Vanessa, how are you?
I'm good, Yonela, and I'm feeling very inspired this Monday, more than ever, because I'm touching base with incredible people like you who have paved a way within any industry and made such a remarkable name for themselves. So before we get into your latest exhibition, I have to start from the beginning of your story. I mean, tell us about your early life growing up in Mthatha and how this influenced the artist you are today.
When I was growing up, I grew up in a family of 7 kids. And I have been, in my whole life, been confronted by feminine bodies. With having 5 sisters, everything has been about either our bodies or how the bodies relate to each other and how we navigate space. And so that and all the lessons of growing up, I've carried with me to now work through in my work, figuring out how I navigate space and how my particular body is either called, you know, how my body is experienced by other people, how I experience my body. And so, yeah, growing up really with the type of family that I did, yeah, that's how my work is shaped.
What I love to say is that I am every woman, and I can only imagine the every woman that was represented within that household. I mean, just basically when you think of personality types and the way everyone responded and interacted with each other, in what way did then that inform the woman you are?
You know, it's such it's like a weird thing being number 5 of 7, particularly, and then also being the not so girly and not so, you know, my position in the family and how I present my body is consistently, you know, brought into question. But it's also just like, I don't know, I think because there've been so many different versions in my house, I find that the version that I am also fits very well. And I think that in itself, just being able to be surrounded by so many different people has shaped the person that I am, and also allowed me to be more of myself, because I'm like, oh my God, like we have this addition already.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
After graduating from UCT with your degree, it took a few years for your work to get the recognition it deserved. I mean, back in 2018, your work was going to be featured in Vogue Italia.
So after I graduated, I was trying to find my feet, and I found styling as the best entry within the space that I want to exist in. And throughout those years, from 2016 onwards, I was just collaborating with other artists. And for this particular shoot that we did, I collaborated with a bunch of artists that were like equally minded, like strong, creative people. And so I think the work and all the efforts that we put in for that work really was incredible. And I think that's how we got the recognition from Vogue Italia.
Now, Yonela, what are the challenges and advantages and the beauty, of course, of being a woman in art today?
I think I can speak for myself, like my biggest challenges have been, firstly, access, because I didn't study the thing that I'm doing right now. So I struggle with knowing where to find something, how to do it, and all of that. Even if I have an idea, it's hard to bring that idea and bring it into life because I don't know the in-betweens. And I think that's not something that is only felt by me, but it's felt by a lot of Black femme bodies that are trying to make it in this industry. It's like the small things that you don't get taught unless you went into an institution. So I think my biggest struggle, and I think a struggle of a lot of other artists who present like I do, you know, is access, it's resources, you know, because you need money to make these works. You need to have the resources to do it. And so I think there is a lack of resource, lack of access that a lot of Black women, femme creatives, are experiencing right now.
Yeah, we definitely have to, I think, heighten in terms of accessibility to Black female artists and resources that we are just channeling into these streams, because everyone needs it and there's creativity in every corner of South Africa. But speak to us about your latest art exhibition.
It's at Ebony Gallery. And the exhibition is called Feminist Utopia, and it's a group exhibition with other female, femme presenting bodies, and it's just a beautiful culmination of ideas about the utopian state and what a utopian or feminist utopia would look like. This exhibition is being curated by Annelisa Mango, and it is just ideas about how we can be. It's ideas about what the feminist state or the feminist utopian world would look like. And I think it's just all these different intersections and how we are addressing them and addressing the injustice that has been, prevalent in women's bodies throughout history. Yeah. And so that the exhibition is just like a response to that, but also a reimagining of a state where we didn't have to experience the everyday oppressions of having the bodies that we have and having the identities that we have. And yeah, that's the Feminist Utopia. It's an amazing space that everyone should come and see.
Now, in closing, I must ask you, what is it about your art and art overall that you believe has the power to inspire and empower women all over this country while we celebrate our National Heritage Month?
I think art, and particularly Black women's art, has a space to reimagine what the Black woman can be, what the Black femme can be, what queer people can be. It has the ability to free us, because I feel like as we work in our work and we reimagine life and reimagine our realities, we can imagine things that are healthier. We can imagine realities that heal us, imagine realities where we don't get to go to the post office and literally lose our lives. And in art, we can mold those realities. And in art, we can really create a world that can be the one that we can fit in and belong in. And I think because of art, because it's interactive with people, people can also experience that and want to change.
Hopefully we can use art and creativity as our outlet, as that language to connect with everyone else and our audiences around us. But I'm thanking you and the curated individuals that have come together for this incredible art piece. I'm looking forward to engaging with Feminist Utopia, as it were. Thank you so much, Yonela.
Pleasure, Valisa. Pleasure.
Regardless of the artistic branches Yonela chooses to create her new and redefined work in, we're all too proud of her expressing the female identity through her work, and we can anticipate further groundbreaking works of art from her in the days to come.